you've been the face of Lancome since 2005.
Yep.
And now your involvement with the brand has gone beyond posing, pictures. So what's this transition been like?
It's been an amazing transition. To have Lancome support me so much in this project and have them, put the faith in me to, create 3 products and some eyeshadows has, been an amazing, new thing for me, for them. So it's been a great process. I'm flattered that they let me do it.
Something that you maybe always as a model wanted to do?
I never really thought it was really possible. It was kind of like a dream come true in a way. I definitely was really interested in going to the labs and sort of learning more about how, products are made and just about the cosmetic industry in general. It's huge. And I was just like, I have to know stuff about this. It's part of my job. I need to, understand how this is all put together and how you come up with products and things. So it kind of, was part of. It turned out really great, actually. That I kind of wanted to do that anyway. So
cool. So proceeds from the sale of the makeup are going to Centro
Especial
Vic Muniz. Say it.
It's Centro Especial Vic Muniz in Brazil, in Rio.
So tell me about your decision to choose this specific charity.
Well, I was in Brazil a year ago and was introduced to this charity. And I went to an arts high school in Mississauga, and I just found that it was something that I've carried with me to this day. Art has really been, a hobby of mine that's kind of kept me grounded and also opened my eyes to the world in a lot of different ways. And it was sort of like a therapy for me, being a model and everything. And when I saw Vic sort of adapt that to these kids from the favelas, I was just like, wow, this is such a great idea to be, helping kids who have, no means to do anything with art, to bring it to them and sort of expand their horizons and let them see that there is a world outside of, this ghetto that they live in, and that they might have an opportunity to become a makeup artist or a fashion designer or an art curator. So I was just like, this is a really great thing to bring back to kids.
Cool. So I also wonder why was Brazil your inspiration for the line of makeup? Like, how did Brazil affect you?
But when we first sort of decided to go to the labs and have this opportunity to make something, I really wanted to make something natural, something that a lot of people could wear. People of different ethnicity. Something that anyone can sort of adapt to. And I found that Brazil has a natural beauty to it. These kids at this center have such an amazing natural beauty to them. So it was sort of about bringing that to the collection and making it sort of about everyone being able to bring out their own natural beauty and enhancing their own natural features.
Cool. Okay, the conception of the line, how you came up with the colors, the packaging. I read that you have kept your own scrapbook.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
I didn't know that you had, when I went into the labs, they're like, oh, well, what do you want it to feel like? I'm like, feel like? It's like, I thought it was just, what it looks like and the colors, but they really wanted to have, an organic, natural sort of feeling to it. So you're putting together different fabrics, different textures, leaves, bark, things like that. Also, just trying things on and seeing how your skin reacts to it and stuff. So we came in, started with pink, red, yellow, and blue, our good old primary colors, and just started playing and just started mixing things. And just for fun's sakes, we would throw in a lot of blue and see what happens and just sort of play around. And it was like being in art school again and just being able to spend a whole day and hang out and talk to the lipstick guys. They are men who make the lipsticks at Lancome, which I thought was great. I had them try it on and play with it. So we had a blast. It was just sort of just seeing how all these things mix together and making things shiny or opaque or it's an amazing process.
Cool. So is the business side of the industry maybe the way that you're going in now?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of, it's so much hard work, to think of making a line every year, or that's like, now I know why there's makeup artists. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, the business side of the cosmetic industry is so complicated. I mean, they have psychiatrists and in marketing, moods of people and how they react to colors. It's really interesting, really fascinating. But I mean, yeah, I'll see what happens. It's been definitely a good learning experience thus far.
Cool. Okay, so moving on to something recent was the GQ spread was set.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to know what that day like is.
It was funny because it was kind of a different thing for me to do, and I think it was like a very different thing for him to do. And we just laughed. We had our good little Canadian moments talking about Vancouver, and he has the best laugh. I mean, he doesn't have to say anything. He just lets out that laugh, and I was like on the floor in tears almost. No, it was great. We had a lot of fun. The concept was really funny. Yeah, we had a really good time.
And okay, so I'm gonna now go off for a second.
That's fine.
So I read online that you potentially were going down a path of potentially movie producing.
Yes.
So was there maybe any kind of discussion with Seth about, tips for, making films or,
Yeah, I probably should have done that. Like, you want to make a movie with me? I gotta get a couple ideas. No, well, yeah, I mean, it was just one day, so it was kind of, we were... Yeah, but I did help produce a movie with a bunch of Canadian people, a bunch of Canadian friends that sort of revolves around snowboarding and sort of teen angst and the change of snowboarding becoming this huge sort of, pro sport, and how, these kids who just did it for the love of it, how they change and how they adapt to it becoming this huge pro commercial thing. So it should be interesting.
Will it be like a big release, or?
Oh, it'll be coming out.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're just wrapping things up now and just and finishing editing and things. So
what's the film called?
Hasn't been named yet.
Okay.
It's still in the works. So
okay,
it's exciting.
Okay, so back to filmmaking and Canada and all that kind of stuff. Have you, I don't know if you've noticed, but even this year with the whole Oscar rat race
right.
going on, Canadians have been making quite a big scene of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Ryan Gosling and Lars and the Juno film, obviously. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen either of them yet.
Okay, tell me about being the new face for Pepe Jeans in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was that. I've never done a jeans camp. Actually, I've done one before, but no, it was fun. It was great. It was cool to do something young and, trendy and kind of, in and stuff. We had great photographer. David Sims is awesome. I know Ashton Kutcher did the men's line, which is great. And we had a great time. It's really kind of like a good rock and roll picture, which is good.
Cool. All right. So, what are your plans for New York Fashion Week?
No, New York Fashion Week. I guess I'll be here. I don't know. I'll probably be hanging out, go to some of the after parties. I don't know if I'll be in them this time, reaping the benefits of not having to do as many anymore, I guess. I'll be here.
Cool. And what are your tips for spring? What's hot for spring?
Oh God. I think this spring is like the summer of love again. It's like 1968 again. A lot of the collections were like really bohemian. Like Stella McCartney stuff was really awesome. Like long dresses. She brought clogs back, which is good. Cavalli stuff was really. I did the campaign. It was really big, long sort of hippie dresses, which I'm always into for summer. It's great, comfortable. So get your hippie dresses out again.
Cool.
And acid. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, just moving into some bio stuff with you now. So you've seen a lot of good and evil. You see a lot in the industry that you're in. And I think the question is, what's the best lesson that you've learned?
I guess I'd have to say one of the biggest